Hello there, Fane here, and we are in Driftwood, continuing our adventures. And as you can see, we've changed up our gear again. If you look at Sibyl here, well, it appears that she has not just changed outfits or armor, but has apparently evolved into a higher life form. But no, despite the fact that she looks like a Protoss, no, she's actually wearing some magical armor, powerful gear. So she's wearing a magical headdress, which is a hood, vest of sorcery, which is a robe, and we installed on it a source orb. So it gives her a skill called Mass Cleanse Wounds. It's a high-level hydrosophy spell, which is a mass healing spell. Her gloves are called the Hands of Prophecy. Again, very strong magic armor. Still has the same belt. I gave her the black altar shoes, which, weirdly enough, change into just greaves on her. She's otherwise apparently barefoot. But I guess that's how elves are. Still wearing the Pants of Beneficence, the Ochre Ring, Sunflower Ring, Amulet of Void. Yes. Still has the magical arbalist. So, altogether, her magic armor is 206. Very, very high. I hope that, well, that keeps her from falling in battle from here on. We also changed up her talents. We took away Glass Cannon and instead put in Far Outman, which gives her better range. Now, some other stuff. Ah, yes. The Red Prince has a new spell. It's called... It's actually pretty awesome. It's called Summon Artillery Plant. So he basically summons this poison elemental. It's a giant plant that lobs acidic spores and cursed poison clouds. So I am actually anxious to see that in battle, as I am anxious to see my Bone Widow in battle. We haven't yet used them. But the artillery plant actually uses source. So, well, just have to choose the battle that we call upon it, because we don't exactly have source all the time. But anyway, hello there.
He's here somewhere. I know it. I can smell him. Tell me, have you anything to report?
Sorry, but I haven't.
Damien, take it all. Where is the snake? Magister Carver will have our heads if we don't find him. It's vital that you report anything unusual. We must know. Is that clear?
Who is this person you're hunting?
He arrived in Driftwood some days ago, dressed as a tinkerer. He bought and sold a few knickknacks. But we thought nothing of it until our brothers started vanishing.
Vanishing? Vanishing magisters?
As soon as he knew we were onto him, he ran. We think he's hiding in here, but he's a canny one. Now, be on your way. Who knows where he could strike next?
Alright. So apparently there's a string of cases with magisters disappearing. Ordinarily I wouldn't care too much. I mean, the less magisters, the better, eh? I've got no particular hate for magisters. I mean, they've been our adversaries, but not all of them are evil or bad, of course, but... Well, I don't revel in just wanton murder. Whatever is going on, whatever. Anyway, we've been here, we've been to the stores. But at this point we don't have much gold, so we're a bit on a budget. Let's just explore around. Let's talk to this dog here. He looks pretty sad. Maybe we can learn something from him. Hello?
The dog lies there quietly, clearly in great pain.
What's wrong with you?
You don't smell right.
Are you well? You look really in a bad way. Is there anything that ails you?
Got a pain in the neck. Got a bad pain in the neck.
Alright, can I see? Perhaps I can help you.
It flinches. A low, threatening growl builds within its throat. Under the collar, you find the sharpened points of metal rivets, gouging the poor dog's skin. The dog bares its teeth at you and growls.
What the hell's going on here? Rusty, doggy, I can heal your pain, but you must trust me for a moment.
The dog gives you a long, hard stare, but does not bite you. Yet.
Alright, let's turn this collar inside out.
The dog goes to bite your hand, and then realizes the pain is gone.
Hey, I feel okay. Thanks, man. Think I'll wander off now. Here, before I go, what can I do to show my gratitude?
Well, you can start by telling me who put this collar on you.
Master did.
Master. Your master put the collar on you that way. Do you know what that means?
Huh? Wait a minute. Master hurted me?
Yes.
Excuse me a minute. I'm gonna go now. But first, I have a thing I need to do.
He turns to his master.
You bad man, you!
Alright.
Well, keep steady.
Hey, you.
People still need
You.
potions.
Hey.
I'll be back
Hey, you
soon.
bum.
Penny for a grieving beggar whose dog ran away.
Of course your dog would run away. You put a painful spike collar on him. That is beyond cruel.
God damn it. That was my livelihood. Penny for a grieving beggar? I reckon I'm owed it here.
Get a damn job, you bum.
No.
Whatever. You're just a miserable bum. Not worth any effort.
Much business today.
Anyway, anything else here? Who are you?
People don't want to leave.
Hello?
If prices keep going like this, we'll be starving by the end of the month.
Anything to trade? What's that?
Well, keep steady.
Sharp rocks. Alright. Sad to hear that. Hello, town crier, Togroff. Anything to report?
Latest news!
Oh,
Fresh from the war owl! Hear all about it!
alright, tell us the latest.
Many a latest, my friend. The war, the bishop, the queen. What tickles your fancy?
How about this war?
Ain't looking too good for them lizards. Word is, the Divine Order's gonna hit the ancient empire and hit it hard.
Huh, really?
You remember what happened to the elves, don't ya? Ain't no one left standing when you treat them to death, Frog.
Huh, alright. Interesting. Well, what about the... alright. What about the fate of the bishop?
7 savers. Stabbed in the back he was by them vile, low-born, treacherous seekers.
Huh.
Kill 'em all, I say. Do 'em like Magister Raymond did old Lady Seaver. That'll teach them traitors.
Oh, yes, alright, traitors.
I mean, they doomed us all, didn't they? The son of the Divine is dead. Gone. Who'll save us now?
Alright, how about the queen?
Jolly Justinia, Queen of the Dwarves. Ah, scourge more like. Here's 20 or so noble gentlemen. No one knows what they did wrong, if anything, and she has them stripped and whipped all the way to the execution grounds. Didn't even give them the dignity of the sword, no sir. Had them all hung. Real slow like.
Oh.
You ask me, and I say she's mad as a mink with its tail on fire. Queen or no queen.
Alright, very interesting stuff. Gripping. Thank you. Prince, I hope that your people aren't aren't facing extermination like the elves. That would be horrible.
In a sweat. Can't get that.
Right, we've been there. Where are we?
You made it back.
That's
safe
Magister's
and
barracks.
That's all
We
you
should
gotta
probably
do right now.
search there eventually
Easier
for
said than done, ain't it?
information
Culprits still at large.
on the sorcerers. I think this is the tavern. I guess we should go there as well. Wait a minute, is this the tavern? Ah, alright. Yes. The beer mugs are a clear dead giveaway.
The odds.
Damn right. I got a right to live, don't I? Throw him in a hole.
Weep, my friend.
Keep your eyes peeled, will you? Ramos the Wanderer promised he'd be here.
Kill my sorceress.
Alright, alright.
A most vile incident. A
Huh.
valiant warrior against the void. Taken to
Let's have
all hope destroyed.
Beast do the talking. Or I guess the Red Prince, he's our most persuasive. Hello.
A prim woman in a starched apron wipes a glass with a clean rag. She pins you with blue, steel-sharp eyes as you approach the bar.
Blessings upon our Lucian, 7 times divine.
Of course.
Her eyes soften and crinkle as she smiles.
I see your mother raised you very well indeed. Rare for a lizard, but all the more impressive. You and my Niles might even get along. What brings you to
Niles?
Driftwood, darling?
Did you say Niles? Niles the Flencer? What did he look like, this Niles of yours?
Yes, that's my boy. Did you know him? Finest physician in all of Reaper's Coast. Top of his class. My, but it's been too long since I've seen him.
Yes, I did encounter the man. He was a fine physician.
A fine physician indeed. That's my boy. Some say all a growing child needs is food and sunshine.
Huh.
I say abstinence and chastity will grow him finer than either one of those.
Abstinence and chastity, eh? Yes, very essential values, I'm sure.
Oh, but it's so good to meet a friend of Niles. Here, have a little something to eat. Niles' favourite, you know.
All right, thank you.
No one in our little town can appreciate work so fine as his, you know. All his instruments and books are stored away upstairs, all but forgotten. It's such a terrible waste.
Well, as someone who knew his son's work well, I'd be highly interested in taking a look at his notes and implements.
Well, I'd love to show you, but I'm afraid I can't leave the bar unattended. This crowd isn't to be trusted, believe you me.
Ah,
But I suppose, well, there's no harm, is there? You seem to be a good sort. One of Lucian's own, isn't that right?
of course. Lucian the Divine, that's me.
Here, take this key and head on up the stairs. You'll find Niles' room there. He'd want to know his fine things weren't languishing unappreciated in his own room.
Ah, thank you very much. Ah, very kind woman. What's your story then?
An elf sways on her chair, her eyes focused on the counter in front of her, where she has 6 glasses in a row. With the nails of 2 fingers, she's pressing red welts into her forearm. She slides one of the drinks towards you, her head bobbling heavily on her neck as she nods at the sparkling ale.
And that's
Huh. All right. Why not? It's been a long time since I've had some alcohol.
nothing like a glass of the good stuff to smudge everything into a pretty shape.
She slides another glass of ale toward you. Its contents sparkle in the dim barlight.
Bottoms up.
But, why are you so determined to drown out your thoughts tonight?
It's a sad story about a lover who left me out cold. Name's mind your business.
Ha! Ah, alright. Because you're such a pretty and very clever girl.
Can you just not? Cheers to you, me, and
Her gaze swivels around the room.
Damien's dull knife. This place is horrible. Never mind. Cheers to you, me, and me again. Another.
You know what? You really should stop drinking, really.
Psh, give me one good reason.
Well, you look like you have a story to tell. You can't tell it if you're passed out cold.
She dumps a heavy arm around your shoulder and pulls you in close, her breath hot and sour in your face.
Oh my word.
Look at this. This is my story.
She shows you the 2 swollen, angry red welts on the underside of her arm. She slaps them without finesse, making herself wince, and stares at you intensely.
I know how to make it better. I can fix it, all of it. I'll tell you.
Go on.
There's this woman. I'm not crazy. And if she kisses you, she can change you. She's downstairs. And now I'm different.
What do you mean? How did this kiss change you?
It's in her lips. It's in the magic. I changed the right way. And then, I think now I'll be fine. You understand how, sometimes you just want to be fine.
Fine, yes. Fine as silk and servants. Fine as claret in golden goblets. Oh, I long to be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. You ought to go see her. Dorothea. She can help. She can help you.
She looks at you earnestly, her eyes gleaming, the twinkle of the amber ale behind them.
I seem good, don't I? Yeah, I do.
Prince?
Hey,
Oh, come
Rudy.
on.
Nova.
We can't take you anywhere. Anyway. So we have... We've been given some stew, apparently. The prince doesn't seem to be in any condition to have this, so who's hungry? Sibyl? You want it?
The elf beckons you into the back room, a hungry, playful look in her eyes. She comes in close, her breath warm on your face, and thrusts a kitchen knife right into your heart.
Whoa. The missing magisters are murdered by the cook.
My friends, for Alexander the Innocent.
Wait a moment.
Killed by sorcerers, a most vile incident.
So what are you gonna do?
A valiant warrior against the
Huh. Well, if someone is murdered here, then ghosts should be here. Hello?
The spirit of a magister stares dumbly at her translucent hand, the fingers of which have been sheared off.
Oh.
My ring. Where's my ring?
What happened to you?
The spirit pivots her wrist, staring at the fingerless hand, utterly, morbidly entranced.
Well, I guess that's quite obvious.
I should have been more careful. She hacked at my sword hand first. I couldn't defend myself.
Who attacked you?
The spirit stares, absorbing your question. Finally, she points her fingerless hand towards the kitchen.
Well, I guess that was pretty much confirms it. Many magisters have gone missing lately. Are you one of them?
The spirit looks at you with the smallest flicker of realization.
I was was still alive when she started cutting pieces off me. She wanted me to feel it. All of it.
Your body was never found. Do you know where it might be?
The spirit ponders your question and seems to shiver.
Oh, in many places. I feel my body in 100 moving graves, warm and wet.
Oh my god. Alright, toodaloo. The stories, people! We have to put a stop to this. Hello? Sabil?
The cook acknowledges you with a graceful little bow, but keeps her eyes on you the whole time.
There's nothing here for you, sister. You should go back out front, where it's safe.
We know what kind of meat is in your stew, elf. Human.
Your accusation provokes nothing more than a raised eyebrow from the cook.
Ridiculous.
A true elf would know, and Sabil here knows.
Then an elf would know whose flesh she supposedly consumed. Do you know?
Doesn't matter. They were people, murdered and cannibalized.
The cook's stony facade curdles into an angry snarl.
Magisters aren't people. They're murderous pigs, and I'll treat them as pigs. I'll feed them to each other, then slaughter them when the time is right.
You're mad. Why are you doing this?
My closest kin are gone. Their ancestor trees felled. The magisters took everything from me.
Your grief is understandable, and certainly revenge is something that anyone would take. But butchering people and feeding them to innocent people, everyone here, you crossed the line, and this cannot go on.
The cook shakes her head ruefully.
You should have just forgotten about all of this. Death fog's got nothing on me.
Alright. Fortunately. Alright, we can't let her escape. Ouch. Well now. Alright. You know what? I'm not calling in any incarnate. We're just taking you on as is. Alright. Forgive us, my friend, but you have been driven mad. And alright. Just take her down. Put her out of her misery. What the hell? Oh, come on, beast. You had to miss. Just die already. Did not enjoy that. This elf was probably in the right to take her revenge, but not in this way. Oh God. I mean, that's just wrong, you know?
Cooking notes? Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Oh God. And we have a loose plank here.
This ring, it bears the Magister's seal, and there's blood on it.
Well, I guess we should take this to the Magister barracks. A perfect way to ingratiate ourselves with the Magisters. And hopefully then we can explore the barracks without any suspicion, eh? And we are such helpful agents of the law. Sorry, milady, but you had to be sacrificed for the greater good. Anyway, anything useful here? Let's take some garlic, fish dough, tomato soup, ooh, and soap. Can always use food for my friends, at least. I think that stew isn't the same as that other stew. Ah, it's nice to have telekinesis. Yep. Meat cleaver. Oh, what was that? Jar of honey. Taking those. Alright. Perhaps we should leave. Guess they'll probably have to get a replacement chef eventually. Apparently a stew was very popular, given that the magister is describing that she was in hundreds of graves. Oh god. Hello?
What now? Got a kitchen and a border run.
Yes. Not what I... Hello?
Same as before, the spirit remains locked in a shocked trance.
The ring. It was right here, on my finger.
Is this your ring? We found it hidden in the kitchen.
Something shakes the Magister's ghost from her stupor. Her gaze falls on the ring and brightens.
My ring.
What should we do with it now?
Your words take a long moment to sink in, like they're being translated for the netherworld.
Return it. Home to my brethren.
Alright.
The spirit smiles at you. If it weren't for the circumstances, it'd be almost heartwarming.
So, I guess the barracks are over here?
No can do, chickadee. You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.
Hey, there's Mary. Mary?
Nelson, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
Hello, are you the Magister in charge here?
The Magister startles, realizing there's a stranger in his midst.
What do you want? You can't just come in here as you please. There's Magisters missing. I'm trying to conduct a bloody investigation.
Well, actually, I know who is responsible for the disappearances of your comrades.
Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me!
It was the tavern cook, but we were forced to kill her when we confronted her.
What? The bloody cook? It can't be. Well, why did Higba have that contraband then?
Well, I certainly have no idea about this Higba person. He didn't seem to be involved in this.
Then he's still guilty of something. I'm not calling off the manhunt until I have that fiend one way or another. As for this cook, do you have any proof?
Yes, we found this bloodied ring, hidden in the tavern kitchen. And as you can see, it bears your seal.
The Magister snatches the ring from your palm and stares at it.
This is a conduct award. I presented it to Magister Harrick myself. She was the second one to be taken. The cook's been reported dead. I thought she was another victim, but if she had this, she must have been the culprit. There's no other explanation.
Indeed.
He shudders in disgust.
And to think she was so near to us, to me, all this time. It seems I owe you my thanks. And a reward.
Ah, yes indeed.
He holds out a pouch of gold. You try to take it, but he doesn't yet relinquish his grasp. With his free hand, he wags a finger in your face.
Keep this ugliness to yourself. I wouldn't want it thought that we magisters can't solve our own problems without throwing gold about.
Oh, of course, of course. Mum's the word.
He lets go of the pouch and turns away.
Alright. Iron leg armor.
Come on.
Coat of
Can't I go play with the others?
conjuring.
Bellwether, I need those reports, damn it.
It actually
Right
looks
away.
nice, but
Sight for a while longer yet.
26 to 30. Coat of conjuring. The only problem is it doesn't have a slot. We can't give it to Sibyl though. I wish we could give it to Sibyl.
No can do, Chickadee. You're not leaving my sight
To
for a
think,
while longer
someone
yet.
had the nerve to murder magisters.
9.15, but it's the most expensive. I could actually use this, but
Elsa, my inkwell is dry. Fetch me some more.
Right away.
You doing okay, boy of mine?
let's try getting this.
Ma, I'm fine.
Cause anything else is not really that good.
Fine, Bub, you're a hero.
Alright. Anyway, before we go. Hello there, Mary.
Well, there's a fun face. Byron and I are patching up before we head home. Hope the order folks are treating you all right. You stay out of trouble now.
Alright. I recommend that you stay here, though. It's better that you stay here. It's safe. Alright. Yeah, let's check out our new gear. And we have leveled up, actually. Now, right, it's definitely a big step up from my
Please. Please.
I-
Could you help me?
I do look kind of weird wearing this.
What was in that blasted stew?
You wouldn't want to know, whoever you are. Right.
Sight for a while longer yet.
Well, at least it gives us pyrokinetic. What do we lose otherwise? Well, we lose a point of intelligence and geomancer and 1 point of summoning. But then again, we gain a point of pyromancer. You know what?
Please, Lucian, spare me.
But definitely this is a step up. Alright, I guess I do look like a proper magical knight. Haha. Yes. You know what? I think this this will require a visit to the respecking mirror, to the mystic mirror, to see how I can maximize my attributes at this point, wearing this new robe. Anyway, this has been quite a useful affair, and we'll see about leveling ourselves up and improving ourselves before we continue our quests.
No can do, Chickadee. You're not leaving my sight for a while longer yet.